What's up, everyone? So, this is like the second time I had to record this because potential issues with the lighting, and I'm in the middle of a forest fire, so hopefully this will be a lot better. So this is a video on how to water new grass seed. As you can tell, I had some new seed recently. Looks pretty good. If you haven't seen the seeding video or the preparing the lawn, really, or the one before that, you should start with that. Let me turn on one of these real quick here before we continue. Okay, so as you can tell, I'm watering right now, which is why I'm doing this. So you can buy the most expensive seed that you can get your hands on. You can spend hours prepping the soil. You can get topsoil. You can buy tons of mulch and just rototill it in there and just have the perfect potential lawn in the future. I say potential because you're going to be missing one thing. What you're going to be missing is this. Water. If you don't water it right, all that's for nothing. Now, I want to show you this part because it's kind of important. Right now, I am on a system of hoses. I do not have a underground sprinkling system. On the hoses, I have these Orbit gear heads. They're excellent. I'm very happy with them. They come with a variety of gallon per minutes attachments that you can replace. It comes with a 3-gallon, I believe, but I wanted to have something a little lower because I'm be watering the seed. I don't really want to water as if there's already grass. I want to water infrequently and frequently and very minimally. I want to keep it wet. Now, as you can tell, no matter what you're doing, you're gonna have dry spots, wet spots. This spot right here is most definitely a wet spot because it just almost all the sprinklers hit that, which means I need to adjust this, which is part of it too. You can set it up, you can have the best plan in the world, but until you actually start watering, you're never really gonna know. So I know on this one, I'm gonna have to probably leave that one the way it is because that waters the plants over here. That waters the grass in the corner. The one that I can potentially change is this. That one. Now, like I said, they're on a series of hoses. I have these green stakes that I purchased that has a threaded top for 3/4 inch thread. You thread them on. You're going to want to put a significant amount of Teflon because they do leak. I feel like the top threading is just a little bit too short, but either way, they're not too bad. They get the job done and with minimal leaking if you do that. Because the last thing you want to do is have a leak that's pretty significant, especially if it's going to be in your grass. Like right now, I put it on the outside. That's why that one is in the rocks. This one's on the stand because the other alternative would be this corner. I don't want that. Because what it's going to do is puddling. Yet again, same issue we're having here. So I want to really emphasize that puddling is a bad thing. You want everything to be nice, level, and moist. You want everything to be consistently wet all the time. If that means water it 10 times a day because you have 95-degree weather, you water it 11 times. Yeah, you water more than you would assume because if you see dry, it's dead. That's just how it is. Luckily, I'm in the wet time of the year, coming to the fall season. Tomorrow's going to be rain, so today I'm just going to do a very small amount. In fact, I'm going to turn this one off before it gets to the wet spot. And turn on, the other one. There's another one back there. So weather will play a key role in it. Right now, today it was about 80, but it's been overcast and smoke, so it dried out a little bit. Not much, just a little. I ran this for maybe a total of 2 minutes on every area, the exception of this one because this is a 360. I put a little bit of grass seed back there because it's an area that I've explained before. I don't use. I personally don't use, but I just kind of maintain. So infrequently, no, very frequently. Excuse me, twice now. But very minimal amounts. This is like you saw how much that's been on. You're gonna see how much this has been on. You saw how much the other one behind the tree was on. It's not gonna be very long. Ooh, I think I see a squirrel or something. Anyway, so one of my problems, off topic, are these stupid acorns. I'm gonna have to find a way to take them out. Luckily, a lot of them are within stick rolling or grabbing distance of the rocks here, so maybe I can do something with that. You can just hear them as we're talking. So, frequently keep it moist. Don't puddle. Don't worry about mildew. It's not really going to be too much of a problem because everything's going to be super airy. You're not really going to give it too much of a chance to do so, and you're not flooding it. Like I said, you're just keeping it wet all the time. Now, when you start to see green and it starts to look like a normal lawn, you're going to start to think, do I really have to? I'm really getting tired of watering it 8 times a day. I don't want to do this anymore, whatever you're thinking. Yes, you really do. For the first 6 weeks, minimum, preferably longer. Right now, I'm grabbing an adjustment tool because I'm going to adjust part of my first point of this, one of my sprinklers. So just because it looks nice doesn't mean that it is actually ready to go. You're going to continue watering this, especially if you do this in the springtime, as if it were seed for a minimum of 6 weeks. After that, depending on your grass type, you figure out how much you need. Let's say you need 1 inch of water a week. You spread that out every second day, and then maybe a week or 2 after that, you spread it out to every 3rd day. And then hopefully that is your normal watering schedule anyway. You try to get to every 4th day before you need to put that inch down, or the 1/2 inch really, just to kind of keep it, the roots healthy and searching for water and deep growing and all that stuff everyone knows who they're supposed to do. Unless you're just one of those people that likes to water a little bit every day, I wouldn't recommend it, but at least when it comes down to point of new grass, it's probably a good thing. Established ones, not a good thing. And you'll never truly establish yours if you do that. So, keep that the way it is. If you plan on doing that forever, you're going to have to do that forever, and there's no deviation. So I hope you have an automatic sprinkling system and a water source that's inexpensive. So, with that being said, it's pretty simple, but it's also the most important. Very minimally, very frequently, for a long time. Now, you don't have to do mine, but what I'm going to show you is, like I said, my little system. I showed you I have those little spikes. I'm going to put in the description, or the items in the description below for these. I would highly, at the very least, if you have underground sprinkling, I would highly recommend this Spearhead sprinkler. I've tried many. I tried the K2s, I tried the Rainbirds, I tried a lot. These Orbits are great. The only funky thing I kind of have with them is this adjustment key, because there's not like a Phillips head screw. It's it's Allen head, but it gives you that, so it's not like a screw that's a special type. It's just an Allen. So what I'm going to do right now is, probably can't see this very well. How this works is right here there's a head or a spout that will shoot water out, and then there's a screw holding that in. That screw does two things: holds it in and determines the distance. I tighten that screw, it's going to sink it in. It's going to lower the distance. I'm going to sink it in a decent amount because right now it's getting all the way to that fence. I don't really want that. So let us turn this on and see what happens. Man, I hate those acorns. I'll take them up tomorrow. So let's do this. Okay, that might have been too much. You can tell it's just going every which way. Well, it's not too bad though, but too much. So we're going to be loosening now. There we go. You can see it's getting a little better. Maybe a little less than that. Let's say right there is pretty good. Yeah, maybe just a little more. There we go. That's good. So what that does is it sprays all throughout here, and a lot will be, this all will be wet. Unfortunately, it's going to get a little bit of that normally wet spot, but you know, it's a lot better than it was. It was getting all of it. Now it's probably going to get about 50% of it. So between this adjustment, the one over there, I think we should be pretty good. But like I said, that's my first point. You're never going to get it right. You're going to have to keep on adjusting it. If you're not adjusting your time, you're adjusting your sprinklers. So I would highly recommend you don't have the sprinkler in the middle of your lawn, like those pop-up ones that just shoot in like 360 or 180 or 90. Just don't have the little pop-ups. Get like a gear, get a couple of them. Don't have like 15 little heads for like a 1,200 square foot area. That's just a waste. It's just a lot of water. It leads to runoff. It's just not a good idea. Yeah, I like that. So let this run a little bit more, and then we'll adjust the other one. We'll be set. I think that's really about it, actually. It's real simple. Like I said, it's not rocket science. Not science. You're just watering. But if you get down these rules early from the very beginning, you will have success. Kind of go over them one last time because they are that important. Like I said, it's probably the single most important thing you could do besides actually planting the seed. Water in frequently, not very much. Keep it wet all times. No puddling. Avoid runoff. Avoid heavy concentrations of water, and do this every day for 6 weeks. You do that, and you will be set. You'll watch my other videos on how to take care of all the other problems that you might have, like weeds or POA or anything else. And since you have that watering down, those other videos will be a snap. So keep on watching. I'm going to adjust that sprinkler. I may be posting a follow-up video of what this looks like. Excuse me. I did this on Saturday. It is now Monday evening, so this is day 2. I think it's doing pretty good. So far, I don't really have any potential issues with the exception of those acorns and the roots, which will be mowed out the first time. And yeah, that's about it. And I'll catch everyone later. If you have any questions, or you think I did something wrong, or you have just anything to say, please leave a comment. I will see everyone later. Definitely thumbs up, that helps me a lot. And subscribe, that's very important. Have a good night.